Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to the video. So, I've been playing a Northern Realms deck, and it's alright. It's pretty good, you know. I mean, I managed to play it for 5 hours in a row, and you know, I like it. I think that's a good sign that I played it for 5 hours, especially in Homecoming, you know. So, I hope you will. I'm going to do a guide for it at the beginning and then show you some gameplay clips. But in general, I would say that it's got flexibility, which I really love. It uses some unusual cards. It's quite powerful. Now, it may just be in those 5 hours I didn't meet a single ethne. But everything loses to ethne. Not really. But, yeah. Things will get removed in the deck. It's going to happen. But I think it can power through a lot of the times. So I just like it, and I think you'll enjoy playing it too. So this is the Boost Foltest deck. And we use Foltest's ability to give Zeal to some really powerful gold cards which help us swing rounds and allows us to win quite well. The other part of the deck is a lot of engines which either do boost or damage over time and will get removed, but they can't remove all of them because we've got a lot of them, and it seems to work quite well. Coupled in is a couple of power plays as well. So he can Zeal 3 units, and primarily we want the Zeal, not really worried about the buff too much. And we're going to primarily use that on Gwent Dim, Okvist, and Selkirk of Gullet. Gwent Dim, he counters tall units which have buffed up really high. If you've got Last Say, he counters a glaze that buff up tons, or any of the cards that might skyrocket in value on the Last Say. And he just wins you the game like that. However, you can use him in round 1 if you're going down to card advantage territory, 4 cards or less in hand, and they've got a very greedy Slyzard or something really tall. You can play Gwent Dim then, give it Zeal, destroy it, and it'll either give you card advantage or ensure that win, depending on whether you went first or not. So he's just a really good card that counters tall units. On the flip side, we've got Okvist, damage all units by 1. He counters wide playstyles, so playstyles that place a lot of units on the board. Now, he's only 9 provisions, so even if they don't necessarily go wide, he gets value, you know. He will probably at least get to 9 quite easily. And again, you can play him in round 1 after a long round 1 to try and get card advantage, because that'll be a massive power play. Or, ensure that you win the round 1 even though you went first, which is depending on whether you went first or second. Or you can play him in round 3 if they went into a considerably long round 3. And just try and get a lot of value there. I do rate Gwent Dim better because he counters, think massive cards like a glaze and stuff. Whereas Okvist doesn't, but he can still get a lot of value there. Now, it might be that Okvist is one that I throw to the wind and allow him to just sit on the board without Zeal. It depends on whether I play King Foltest for different reasons earlier and I don't have enough charges. The reason for that is I think playing him as the penultimate card, a lot of people won't have removal at this point, and based on the nature of this deck, they'll have spent it all on other things. However, you do have to analyse whether Okvist is going to be massive value in winning you the game, or whether it's just going to be 4 or 5 cards that he's going to get value from. So you'll analyse it case by case basis. Next up, Selkirk of Gullet. Nothing really interesting to say here. It's just a powerful card. 6 strength when he gets the leader buff. And he can remove some really integral combo pieces from the opponent. So really, really useful. I wouldn't be afraid to use him in round 1 or 2 or 3 whenever I need to. Something that I really think is going to get a lot of value over time, I'll probably use Selkirk of Gullet on it. And that's basically the primary aspect of the deck. We also have the prize-winning cow. And while King Foltest to use on it is not good because we lose the buff that it gets, it is necessary. It's a super weak card and people will target it if you leave it on the board. And that's why sometimes, if I have to use King Foltest on the prize-winning cow, I'll leave Okvist in as my penultimate play. They probably won't have removal. Analyze it case by case. But sometimes you do have to use King Foltest on him. Usually you don't. Usually use Vess. Now, I really like Vess, and there's a reason for it. It does 4 damage on deploy, and that's good removal. That can get rid of something which is going to cause you trouble over time, like an engine from the opponent. But it allows you to probe a little bit. You don't have to put on your prize-winning cow onto the board and be vulnerable. Vess allows you to play her, get the value, but then probe to see whether your opponent actually removes her or deals with her, or just ignores her. Because you might have other cards on the board they want to deal with. But if she is able to actually use her order next turn, then you've got a free zeal that you'll usually use on the prize-winning cow. So she's super cool in conjunction with the prize-winning cow to just probe and remain safe, basically. If she dies, then you might have to use King Foltest on the prize-winning cow and then decide one of these don't get your King Foltest ability. Okay, and the next aspect is a lot of the engines. You know, we've got Vice-Gotta. He's tough to use. I mean, you've got to judge it. I normally like to play some bronzes in round 3 and then try playing him, see if he sticks. There's a lot of ways he doesn't stick, but, you know, getting rid of their removal is not too bad. Then you've got things like Anna, same deal, really. Does she stick? Can you keep her boosted, or can they keep knocking her down, you know? But you can try playing things like Trident Infantry first. He's an engine. Lyrian Arbalist, I usually like to play these first. Trebuchets and more engines, you know. So Botchling, again, just loads of really cool engines that people are going to use all the removal on straight away. And hopefully some will stick. So the Botchling I like. There's no real synergy we have with damaging the highest opponent. We don't have Scorch or anything like that. So changing it to boost will reset its strength if it got damage, which is nice. But boosting the lowest unit with the Lubberkin, you know, that could hit some nice stuff. It could hit him to protect him. It could hit her and make her boosted if you've got nothing lower. It could hit the Trident Infantry, which gets us extra value. So there's a benefit to getting the Lubberkin over the Botchling, I would say. But yeah, the main thing about this deck before we go on to the gameplay clips in a second is that during the mulligans, you will see me say, I'll look for the duo pieces, the combo pieces. There are pieces in this deck that work well together, and you always want to try and go for some of those. So if I've got Trident Infantryman, I want to look to see whether I've got boosting things. So I'll be looking for Kedwani Sergeants, or I'll be looking for Neneke, or I'll be looking for Botchling. If I've got the Blue Striped Scouts, I want to look to see if I need at least one commando in my hand, so I can get that piece of my combo working. You know, so I'll make sure that I've got the combo pieces that work well together in one particular round, if possible. And yeah, I like it. I love the deck. You know, we've got the Witches with Roach, nice 16-point play there if need be. And I do think it's quite powerful. I really enjoy it. I hope you will too. Give it a shot. I'll see you again very soon. Let's watch the clip. I guess you could say your feelings towards Hensel. I said it's not very good, but then I just broadened that to Northern Realms, and then I broadened that to Gwent. It kind of works, you know. Hensel's not very good. Northern Realms is not that good. Oh, well, Gwent's not very good. Northern Realms is okay. There's some good things. I'm enjoying this one. I've got tea and Jaffa cakes. Good humour is what I'm all about. See what we got. Arrakis Queen. So again, Orcrist would be like a saviour, auto forfeit towards the end of the game. But we really want these Lyrian Arbalists. And maybe that instrument gets a bit big. So we'll get rid of that. They usually don't have too much removal. I'd like to have Vess. Witches, no. Alright, we'll leave it there. Vess is good for the cow. You don't waste buff and you don't waste your leader. See what you got? Slizzard on the back row too. Fancy that. Put that down. So this helps us kill all the little Arrakis that spawn. Now, here's a game concept which is really quite useful here. Now he went first, right? So he's got the onus to sort of try and stay ahead, and I'm going to let him stay ahead. Now, because he's going to have a card which is going to be really tall, a card like Gaunto Dim basically surprises him and shifts the entire game round, because it gets rid of 12 strength plus 5. That's really super huge. So that's going to be our ace in the hole in this particular match. So again, we put those down to stop that. I guess I am going to hit that, which is not as great, but we'll kill that off too. Try and keep that down.
Rocks be Lady Troll's bestest friends.
So we'll use Falkirk on that. That's one win condition gone. Do that. I'm already ahead without Gaunter Dim. So for that reason I might just sort of wait. You're going to destroy the lowest, which is just that. Okay. I believe that only destroys one anyway. We'll leave those ones alone for now.
Nice mess you've got here.
Oh, ho, ho. Thank you. Not that I don't mind it getting too high, but you know. Trebs are nice, yeah. 4 damage is hard-ish. Alright. I think the same row is a bug and it always goes on the same row. Huh? 4, 8. So I can get 12 value here. Which puts me ahead, which is really nice.
Bloody non-humans. Semper Fi!
Oof! I like it. He's having to eat his stronger stuff. That's really cool. Let him go down to 4. Yeah, that's the point. You got to let him go at least down to 4. Let's see what we got. So we can just play something else like that. Oh, now he's got that on the board. We do have to be careful of the prize-winning cow. I'm tempted to use it, you see. But if we just play that instead, then we're ahead. And now we're starting to get into the card advantage territory. So, what the f... They got magnets in them or something. What's going on, man? Again, I think Gaunter Dim is good now because we're in card advantage territory. And we'll keep the witches. We'll just play it.
I never cheat.
And hope the ballista hits it too. Go! Magnets! How do they work? Who knows? Right, so there you go. Card advantage to me. He went first and lost uneven. Yeah, so I mean, like cards like Geralt Igni and things like that. Geralt Professional, and they're just super good there. Now, I haven't got any left for him, so he's not a very good card. We only got 1 redraw, so we'll just leave it for now. We don't have Oakfist in hand. We do have Vest now, which is nice. I think the only other win condition he could have, there's 2 possible ones. Glusty Warp or Ruhin Consume. Pray no Witcher draws. I think I might play into this round, to be honest. At least a little bit. I'm going to play the Witchers first. I'll play that first. I want to get rid of that. It's no use.
Regroup.
Because I think the Arrakis Queen struggles in a short round. So... Okay, is he going for Ruhin? Oh no, he's going for that. What? Alright. Now, what do you think my RNG chances are that that will hit that? You know. I'm thinking about saving Vess and the prize-winning cow for next turn.
Not much left of that.
Yeah, he can't eat it from... Oh, he can eat it from that way.
I killed for less.
Naglfar. He's putting the other one to the top though, so I know he's got a really good draw. He's playing Ruhin. Has he already played that card? I think he has. Oh no, that's not the right one. Okay, that's a pass, that's a draw, because I get that one ping. Alright, and that's a win, baby!